Hi guys. All right, so your article this week is about the vernal equinox. Okay, so paragraph 1. Twice every year, an amazing astronomical event called the equinox occurs. When this happens, the length of the day is equal to the length of the night everywhere in the world. The first time it happens each year is called the March equinox. It is also known by other names like the spring equinox or vernal equinox. It can only ever happen on one of the 3 days each year, from March 19th through March 21st. So we just had this. Remember, we say like you got to change the clocks ahead or put them back an hour. That is when the equinox occurs. Okay, so the length of the day is the same as the length of the night, right? That word equal means that it's the same. Paragraph 2. Why is it called the vernal equinox? What do those words mean? The word vernal is simple enough. It is just an adjective used to describe something related to springtime. As for equinox, it's actually made up of two root words. First, there's equi, which means equal, and then there's nox, which means night. When put together, equinox means equal night. So now, whenever you see a word that has nox or equi in it, but you haven't seen that word before, you'll know what that means. Remember, we're studying like roots and stuff like that for that reason. Normally, those words do not need to be capitalized when they are alone. Since the vernal equinox is a specific day and is celebrated as a holiday by some people, it is a proper noun, so it must be capitalized. Remember, capitalized is the big letters, right? Uppercase. Paragraph 3. You might be wondering why some people celebrate it as a holiday. Well, for many thousands of years, the vernal equinox was the main way that people knew that cold weather was ending and that summer would soon arrive. Back then, folks didn't have indoor heating like we do now, and it was hard to store enough food to last for the long winter months. Warmer weather also meant that it was time to plant crops. With that in mind, it's easy to see why it was a reason for celebration, right? So people celebrated the vernal equinox for two reasons. One, it would get warmer, so they didn't have to use so their house would be warmer, right? Because we have heat, but back in ancient times, there was no heat, so they relied on the sun. And they could plant crops, right? This word here, crops, is food. So is it easier time to plant and they would have food. Paragraph 4. There are many interesting traditions that go with the celebration of the vernal equinox. One of these is called the burning of the socks. The burning of the socks is a festival in Annapolis, Maryland. Sailors and dock workers celebrate the return of the warm weather by burning their old winter socks. Then all the sailors and dock workers don't wear socks all summer until the autumnal equinox in September. Another traditional celebration takes place at an ancient pyramid at blank, Mexico. Now, I looked up this word to see how it's pronounced because Miss Nark has no idea, and this is how it's pronounced.
Teotihuacan.
Okay, so on the vernal equinox, people from all over the world visit the pyramid. Most people wear white clothes with a red scarf. They dance, sing, and burn special candles. The ancient peoples who built the pyramid know that the vernal equinox and built the pyramid in honor of the sun. They designed it so that certain carvings on the pyramid, like owls, are highlighted by shadows only from 7:15 to 7:45 a.m. on the vernal equinox. Our ancient ancestors knew more than we sometimes give them credit for. So they used the pyramid and the carvings on the pyramid with the shadows to see when the equinox would come. Okay? So please, on Monday, all you have to do is read it and listen. Tuesday, please answer these questions in race. Answer your questions in red. I gave you the paragraphs. Wednesday, I highlighted the words and gave them to you here. Please give me the definition, a synonym, and add in a picture. which you guys all know how to do. Thursday, please answer these 3 questions in race, okay? Cite 2 pieces of evidence that explain how people celebrate the vernal equinox. You can just give evidence here, so you don't need to restate or answer. Number 2, why did people from long ago want to celebrate the vernal equinox? Paragraph 3, you need a restate, an answer, cite, and explanation here. And then cite 1 piece of evidence from the text that shows ancient people from Mexico knew about the vernal equinox. So you just need evidence here, and that's in paragraph 5. All right.